I thought I broke my back once in the foam pit.
Crikey.
Had a bit of kerneled foam. You look like you don't believe me. It sure wasn't a trick or delight. No, she had her ass out.
When we grew up skating, we literally had one skate park. Some of the older dudes would bring down like rails and boxes and shit, but they would literally throw beer bottles at us.
Bill, did you catch the back of her? And I'm like, nah, why? So, go run out there now, I promise you. So,
and now you go to a local skate park, Timmy's mum and his dad's there, and they're filming him on their iPads.
Well, do you know what? We had the chain wallet back then.
Welcome to Bill and Dill, the podcast where two guys talk first, think later.
Welcome, guys.
Here we are for a very, very spooky occasion.
I feel like I thought, we were going to go film at the shed, would have more room. We have so much less room, and this is podcasting at its best. This is death-defying.
This is living the podcast life on the edge. I'm literally like 2 centimeters from the coping of this giant vert quarter pipe. I'm telling myself every minute to not fall off the back of this quarter pipe because I would definitely die.
But guys, we are live on
live on air.
Live on air at the shed. Classic place. Did you come to the shed much as a kid, Bill?
I started coming to the shed skate park when I was, I reckon, 10 or 11 or 12. And I used to live in Emerald, a place far away. And I used to play baseball. And me and my friend from baseball used to drive all the way here after baseball training. And it was like the coolest thing ever.
I used to come here every Monday. Every Monday night, they used to have a thing where you'd come down to the shed, pay $2, get a can of Coke and a bag of chips. And not only that, like fucking, what else? You'd skate for 2 hours. You had to be in primary school. And you'd skate for 2 hours. And then not only that, you had like a Subway card. Like have this many sangers, you get
like
one
a
free.
loyalty
So then
card.
if you go there 10 times, you get a night free.
Damn,
Mate,
that's
for
value.
$2.
That's great
That's
stuff.
$1 an hour. And a bag of chips. Someone do the can of Coke math, whatever it was. But, like, mate, you don't get that now.
You really don't.
You don't get that now. But, guys, this is the Halloween spectacular at the shed. We don't have any...
Wrong button.
Yeah,
We've got Alex, the human traffic cone over there, MCing tonight. He's got his own table. He's a little bit more safer than we are.
We're all dressed up. Al's a bit shy. He's actually just got his fucking jean shorts on and he's painted his skin green.
He's dressed up as the Incredible Hulk. I can't believe it.
Incredible
I don't
Hulk.
actually think he could look any more ripped.
Mate,
but here we are.
There's kids around here, mate. Get a shirt on.
They're intimidated.
Lucky them pants are on. But
so tonight we're at the dawn of the shed, which is the inaugural, the first ever mountain board and skateboard competition at the skate park.
So spooky. Mate, I've seen...
Tomorrow's Halloween. This is the Halloween Eve.
Halloween Eve. I love Halloween. Do you love Halloween, Dill?
It's pretty good.
Mate, where I used to live, Devon Ghettos, fucking rough area. No trick-or-treating there. Because it was like...
It was like
5
a 10-minute walk between each house.
Yeah, you get real fucking bummed out once you go to the first house and they're like, yeah, no. Fuck!
I got a 10-minute walk to Mrs. Miyagi's place. Doing some cow tipping on the way to the next house.
It was all always tricking the neighbours. They know it was us. But is there much trick-or-treating down in Emerald?
When I was a kid, it's pretty the same vibe. Too far in between houses. And everyone's like, that's an American holiday. We don't celebrate that shit around here.
Yeah, I think now that people are all our age, they're all fucking...
embracing it.
Dropping loads in their missos and spin their kids, and now they're like, what?
Now we're bringing Halloween back.
Yeah, they're like
style.
Hey, Arnold did it. Why can't we?
Yeah,
it's all the American cartoons. But I've got a fucking spooky Halloween tale for you.
Tell me about it.
So I used to live in Seaford. So Seaford's like a what would you say, like a little suburban place. You've been there. It's just like
a suburban coastal town.
Yeah. So it's like, it's
got
got
Fords there.
A lot of Fords,
a lot of sea.
A lot of characters, so the type of people that anything for a free feed.
Yeah.
If that means just chucking on a fucking wig.
Yeah.
And coming around, just having a go, trying to trick or treat. So me and my brother were living together and we'd get we decked the whole front of the house out. We're like, all right, shit, yeah, this is going to be sick. See all the kids coming around.
Yeah.
Throw, give them lollies and shit. I was dressed up as Marilyn Manson. It was really? Yeah, it was fucking, I went all out. But anyway, so we're trick-or-treating. We're waiting for the kids to come trick-or-treat, and this woman with her 2 kids comes up, and she's dressed up as Chucky. You know Chucky from Child's Play?
Yeah.
Right? And it was pissing down rain. So a lot of kids were coming up into the driveway with their car, running out of the car, fucking going trick-or-treat, give them their shit, and they bugger off. So it was pissing down rain. So she's come with her 2 kids. They got out of the car with an umbrella and walking up. And I could see her through the fly screen walking up. I'm like, all right, boys, we got some more men to battle stations. So she comes up with her kids, got 2 kids, and they're trick-or-treat. What are you, little Drac? What are you? I'm Bigfoot.
Yeah.
All right, sick.
Yeah.
Ruffle their hair.
Yeah.
With consent. Like, may I ruffle your hair? Yeah. Anyway, they walk off, and then they go there. I turn around, and then Sammy goes, my other housemate, he's like, Bill, did you catch the back of her? And I'm like, nah, why? He's like, go run out there now, I promise you. So we run out, and no word of a lie. So she's wearing this, like in the video, I'll send a photo of the Chucky suit that she was wearing, right? Because I've looked it up. Because they don't come like this. This is a custom job, right? I'm talking, she was sort of an all right looking mum.
Bit of a MILF.
Well, obviously, had proof. She had the kids. She goes, I'm technically a MILF.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a mother.
Approved.
I'm a
Tick
mother.
of approval.
Mother, I'd like to follow on Facebook and be friends.
Okay,
all right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And but as she's turned around, Dill, her ass was cut out.
No.
Yeah.
And she was trick-or-treating with her kids.
Just cheeked up. Like,
wow.
Just 2 eggs.
What do you think the intention was behind that
I do not fucking
decision?
know. I was just like, holy shit. Because I ran it, and it was like pissing down rain. I'm like, Ben, you got to see this.
She's going to get a wet bum.
She goes, like, I seen the moon for about, it was like an eclipse. So I was like,
maybe that's what she was going for. Maybe she's a werewolf. Brother.
Give me the full moon. But I was like, dude, this is fucking insane. I'm like, we got to go find her. Like, obviously she's doing the rounds. You wouldn't just get up. Like, she didn't even attempt to put like a pair of tracksuit pants on underneath. Like, it was just...
Was she wearing underwear?
No. Oh, but no, that was like a G-dog. Like, it was full, like, pulled ups, like a thong, straight up the middle. So, me and my mate get in the car and we go driving around looking for her. Because I'm like, no one's going to believe me.
Yeah.
You look like you don't believe me. Are you sure it wasn't a trick or treat? No, she had her ass out. So we were driving around and she got away. So Chucky mum got away, and then tomorrow I'm going to film me. I'm going to go back to Seaford and hopefully
she's there
catch
again.
Chucky mum. She didn't come last year. But we're hoping, we're praying to the Halloween gods.
Yeah.
That this next bit I'm going to insert now. I'm going to make a clip.
Yeah.
And let you know how
get to the bottom of
the
it.
hunt for Chucky mum.
I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, mate. Stay tuned. So, guys, we're here waiting we're on Chucky watch. I've got my Chucky shirt on. I've got the Chucky socks on. We haven't seen her yet. Sammy actually was the one that's seen the most of Chucky mum. She's real. Chucky mum's real.
She is real. She's real. I'm gonna hit her like this when I see her.
So sun's out, bun's out. I'm hoping that we're gonna see her. I'll check back in a minute.
One eternity later.
Guys, she didn't come.
All right, well, we just come back from that footage. I don't know what happened, but I bet it's great.
Oh, dude, it was insane.
Or complete fail.
Oh, no, I can only see it being really good.
So, run me through your outfit here.
So, I am... Want to play a game?
It's time to play the game.
You've got it confused. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I know, but I'm just trying to do my Motorhead thing.
Yeah, I'm...
Oh, he's got a spooky effect.
I got spooky effects.
Alex has got the cutest little chuckle right now. It's like, I'll get him.
Dill nearly jumped off the edge. I had to grab him. Like, Dill!
Don't push me, cuz.
Up close. Oh, how's your coffee? Yeah, he's freaking out.
You know what's interesting? I'm trying to drink it, but not completely purse my lips because I'm losing all my lip
there's
makeup.
Makeup everywhere. These set of headphones he's got covered in white makeup. All right, so I'm dressed up as Billy Puppet from Saw. This year, I think a week or two ago, the Saw movies come out 20 years ago, the first one. Out 20 years ago to this year.
Did it come out on Halloween?
It's I think they waited till it was about that time. Good movie. Good movie.
Which you said there's 10 of them. Which one's the best one?
I think there might even be more than that.
Really?
Alex, can you look up how many saws there is?
No worries.
The first one's good. Second one's good.
Is there any that are shit?
Oh, they get a bit. They get.
A bit repetitive. How many times can you cut someone
any
up?
movie,
Really?
you go, oh yeah, no, it kind of lost its way from fucking.
Oh, this kid is
3 to
shredding
4.
the mountain board down here.
Oh yeah,
There's a mountain board lesson that's just happened as we started recording, and now the kids are just doing 180s on the quad pipe already.
Dylan's competition, future
Jeez,
competition.
what a distraction. They're ripping it up.
So they've told me there's 20 different types of saws. So they got circular saw,
Oh.
Zing.
saw,
Give yourself a laugh track on that one.
rotating saw. What do we got?
Yes, Dad.
But for real, there's so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3D, jigsaw, spiral, 10, and then 11.
What number was 3D?
The one after VI, which will be 7.
Fucking Roman numerals are hard. Counting Roman numerals, Dill, go.
Isn't it just normal counting? You just got to write it differently?
No, it's like IV or
not wrong
something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, stop dodging the question. Can you count?
I don't think so. Is the answer. I don't think I was at school that day when they taught it.
And what are you dressed up as, Dill?
I'm dressed up as King Diamond
King Diamond.
from Merciful Fate.
Very good. Alex is going to insert a little bit of King Diamond right now. Thank you, Al.
Well done, Alex.
Well done.
He literally did not move a figure. He actually controls this podcast with his mind at this point.
Yeah,
It's
he's
one of his
got
many
them
talents.
Elon Musk.
He's got the Elon Muskers.
Yeah. It's a Google
He's got
Glasses.
Neuralink, dude. He signed up. He was like, Elon, can I get a fucking Cybertruck and a Neuralink at the same time, brother? And he's like, sure thing, Alex.
I seen a photo the other day of a guy's Cybertruck, and it's all scratched up at the back, so they're like, the photo was like, why has this happened? What'd you hit? He goes, oh, I actually haven't hit anything. Raccoons think that it's a dumpster, and they just fuck the shit out of it, trying to open it up.
Really?
Yeah, you look like a raccoon at the moment.
I look like a what?
A raccoon. Fuck, some kid just absolutely
What, behind us?
got
I'm
some
too scared
mad
to
hair.
loot. I don't know, like, if you're not watching this and you're
Check
just listening to it,
check the
I'm
video.
literally on the edge of this ramp. And I'm scared if I look over my shoulder, I might plummet to my death.
You got a good 15 centimeters there before you.
Seriously,
before you're
dude. What if this chair just implodes?
off. It could.
Crikey.
It could.
It's been known to happen to chairs.
Crikey Moses. Hey?
Yeah, it's very extreme up here.
It's chair income.
Yeah. Oh wow. Hitting that. But guys, so Dill, what do you want to see from the future mountain boarders? What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, there's quite a few kids getting into it, and I'm pretty impressed already. Like doing some airs on the quarter pipes, which is kind of challenging because it requires some length strength.
Are you scared they're going to take some of your thunder?
I think there's a real opportunity of my thunder being taken, even though it's a very sunny day. We've got Joel Lee dressed up as R&D Lee himself, but he has blood on his face, so it's like R&D Lee's had a...
What's
accent.
R&D Lee?
Research and Development Joel Lee has a YouTube series
Oh, plug it.
where he wears a lab coat, and that's what he's doing now.
Ah.
This kid's ripping.
Yeah. Oh, so, yeah, guys. So hopefully...
So tonight there's a skateboard competition. There's actually several skateboard competitions. There's a vert ramp. Renton Miller is here, pro skater, pro vert skater. He actually had a lot to do with the Olympics.
No, I just seen a guy just...
He just did a
that
fucking
him?
540 in the half pipe.
Mate, you're missing this.
I think it's actually a vert ramp comp on now. We've got Kiefer Wilson. He just was in the Olympics for Australia. He skated in the park, and now he's about to drop in on the vert ramp. So we've got the vert, and then there's a street section where you skate the spot. There's different spots around the skate park that you get to skate, and then there's a over 30s mini ramp jam.
What are we calling that? Super League, I think. I think it's called the Super League. But I'll be down on the ground in the street section, and I'll be getting some interviews for that. But
Well, hang on, let's interview this guy.
Hey, mate.
you-
Hey, go on, mate. What's your name? Warren. Warren, how you going? It's spooky. He's just about to drop in behind us. Can you film this, Al?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just dropping in, mate. What?
We were just talking about if I move at all, I'm going to fall straight down the
Yeah, you
quarter
gotta catch
pipe.
him.
Good luck. Let's see your
But-
best drop in. Oh, beautiful.
Wow, you did
flawless.
not see. Yeah, Joe Rogan got Trump on this week.
We got Warren. Did he say his name was Warren?
Yeah, it was.
That's half of my name. Great job, was I?
So what do you think about skateboarding in the Olympics while we're talking about it? Pro, against? Here we go. Hot topic.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm one of these people who think mountain boarding and skateboarding and action sports are more of a expression of self.
Yes.
I definitely fall more
preach,
into that
brother, preach.
category. I don't hate. It's interesting that they're trying to commercialize it and make it more like a sport. That's something I don't really relate to as much. But in saying that, I feel like there is a purpose and there's a lot of good things that have come out of the Olympics for skateboarding.
Yeah.
In terms of like in Australia, we've had a bunch of new skate parks being built. New people are getting exposed to it. There's more people and more opportunities now because of the Olympics.
I'm with you. Like, you could have like a 5-set and then have someone. I was like, they're going to kickflip down it and they're going to and like be straight, or like you can have like Antoine Dixon do a kickflip and his hands drag on the ground and his hands
easy.
like are we going to do it like? Well, no. The spoiler: Olympics has happened.
Yeah.
And it's really based on trick, which is pretty good. I like that. I like how they, it's about your run. It's not really about how you landed it.
It was interesting, like, hearing my family talk about it, and they're like, oh, these guys just fall off the whole time.
That's
and I'm
the
like,
bit I hate.
People just don't
can't
comprehend how difficult it is.
So, like,
and how much finesse just to land on your board. Like, because you're literally doing minute flips, like, minute positions with your feet to flip the board, and then you have to land on it. And I think it's a lot more difficult than people can comprehend.
Yeah, no, they don't get it. Like one of our representatives, Shane O'Neill. All right.
Yeah.
So if you go into Fast Times or anything like that, and you say like if Shane O'Neill's at you, fucking shit, come everything. Like it's just like insane.
Yeah.
And then I'll be in the smoko shed. Go see our Australian guy. I'm like, oh no, I didn't catch it. What's his name? You go, oh, Shane O'Neill. Fucking shit.
Yeah.
He's so shit. He
Yeah.
didn't fucking do anything. Goes, that Japanese kid though. Fuck.
Yeah.
He's good. I go, and then my brother was like, I think he's sponsored by Shane O'Neill. Like
Yeah,
the winner of the
is,
Olympics
yeah.
is sponsored by Shane O'Neill. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. And like one hand, you're like, who gives a fuck what the older people say? It doesn't still mean you can't go street skating.
Yeah.
And all that. And like if some people are getting money for it, fucking good on them. But I don't know.
The only thing I think is stupid is that they all have to be amateurs, unpaid, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
To be in the Olympics? What
So,
about
like,
Shano?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, he
It's
must
like,
be a pro skater or something then.
What, is it
Yeah.
different sections?
yeah, I'm not sure. Like a friend of mine, they tried to, they were on the Olympic team the first time the Olympics introduced skateboarding, and they like had very little support from the Australian Institute of Sport or whatever.
Yeah, and then they just let fucking Ray Gun do the pocket knife on the ground.
Yeah.
Fucking...
What's your vibe on the ray gun?
Oh, don't start.
What do you think?
You know my vibe on the Ray Gun. I hate her. Like,
You hate her?
Oh, mate. Like, in any other sport, if you sucked off a judge to get in, would you like, oh, no, she didn't. No, she did. Or unless that's a very unhappy marriage, because one of the judges she's married to.
Yeah, true.
To get her in, it's just a free trip. And she's like, I didn't embarrass Australia. I go, no, you don't get to decide if you did or not. Like, do I privately message her, say what I truly think? Nah. But like, you fucked this whole sport for everybody else. Like, to say she hasn't, she has. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's not coming back, and it's because of her. It's
Yeah.
100% because of her.
I sympathize with like the breakdance community because there's a lot of shit in mountain boarding that makes me like
Yeah,
absolutely
100%.
cringe. And there's things that have happened that have happened in the media and stuff, and video games and stuff like this where they've presented mountain boarding in a bad light, and the whole mountain boarding
Yeah.
gets the shit for it, and we get like lumped in with a bad image.
It's the exact same
Because
thing as
of-
like saying the Shane O'Neill thing. It's
Yeah.
just like saying he was here, he was our representation. Oh, so everybody in Australia is shit.
Yeah.
Let's demo the parks.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time. Get in the pool.
And it's unfortunate because people make their decision on Shane O'Neill in particular, seeing him for 2 seconds on the Olympics, but he has like 20 of the gnarliest parts in skateboarding history.
It'd be like saying like
What I'm trying to say is like what real skateboarding is compared to the Olympic stuff is two completely different things.
it's like saying you go to the Louvre and seeing the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
You go, yeah, but my fucking nephew just belted out fucking 20 A4s of a house. like, do you want
He had a
quality
few
or
crypto
yeah,
crypto punks.
crypt, spooky. Woo! Oh, but yeah, fuck, mate. Like, I don't know. Like you're saying, there's pros and cons about it. But I remember getting the legendary DVD Baker 3, right? And then on the back, it clearly said, it goes, we're the reason that the skateboarding will never be in the Olympics. And I truly believe that. And like you said, I'm kind of humming and hawing whether it's good or not. But I reckon, like, just watching today at the park, there's so much talent of just freaks. Kids are freaks. They're a lot more better than what we were when we were kids. And I think it's because they've seen it at this level and they're like, oh, that's just what it is. Like, skateboarding is not the same as it was when I was doing it. And
Oh,
like,
I mean, you just
fully
look at
changed.
that vert ramp. All the kids that are winning are under 16 or 18.
Yeah. Well, I remember when you'd come to the shed.
Oh, the skateboard just shot out.
Wow.
But I think the difference is, like, when we grew up skating, we literally had one skate park in our whole, our radius.
Yeah.
And we went to this. I remember going when I lived in Edinburgh. I remember going to the local skate spot, going to the netball courts. It was like some of the older dudes would bring down like rails and boxes and shit, and we'd go and try and skate it. But they would literally throw beer bottles at us.
Oh.
And it was like completely different vibe. You go to a local skate park, people are getting beat up,
Ooh, yeah.
like doing drugs.
So-
and now you go to a local skate park and like
Yeah, the
Timmy's
fucking-
mum and his dad's there and
Yeah.
they're filming him on their iPad. And it's just so interesting to see how it's
Yeah, the
developed over 20 years. And now like kids are fully training, going to like the
there's a
gym
future for it. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
which is great.
It was
I
a
think,
hobby. It was a hobby. Like,
very different.
Like, there was a time when I was the best at skateboarding in my life, I call it the skateboarding depression because it was not cool.
Yeah.
It was dangerous to skate as it was, and just people to punch you.
Yeah,
Like, there was a big-
skateboarding wasn't cool.
Like, kids would go to Frankston Skate Park, a place designed for skating, and then I'll interview them in a minute. And then they'll just be sitting on the stairs, and God forbid they just want you to say something.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, can you
Give
just
me a
move?
reason.
And they go, yeah, I'm gonna, like, to the point. I remember, like, we went down to you'd go to the train station. You know, they got them bubble domes so you can see around the corner.
Yeah.
They used to vass it up so we couldn't see them around the
See
corner.
them coming.
Yeah, and they just bash the fuck out of you. It's like I like. It was so depressing because like Frankston Skate Park just come out and it was fucking shit hot. It was like. It was like, Borat, you'll never get this. You'll never get this. Yeah, come try it. Come stand on it. And then, like, I know guys that were just wearing, like, fluoro and cutting their hair spiky just to skate it. Like it's a T-Rex. Like these people are bashing you. Like, oh, they won't know what I'm doing. I'm wearing a fluoro shirt. Like, they'll think I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Hey, he's skating. Get him. Like, it was fucked, and it was not cool. No one liked it.
Yeah.
And now it's the coolest shit ever. And like,
Now all the designer brands are like trying to embrace it.
yeah. No, fuck. Sorry, I feel like I'm in a war zone. You hear, you hear a ramp and a fucking board's flying up. They're fucking flinching. This is the spookiest podcast ever.
I know.
Do you reckon like World Industries was like way ahead of the trend, like selling out to where'd they go? Like Target
They went to
or something?
Target, yeah.
Like very early, like I
Yeah,
reckon,
it was
Yeah.
weird.
before.
Like
That's actually a really cool story.
What?
There's a couple of documentaries on it, and it's just like they built like the coolest chorus brand with the sickest imagery that everyone still remembers today. And I mean, they had all their trials and
It
tribulations,
was
but they ended
very
up
cool.
selling to
I loved
Kmart
it.
for a couple mil.
was it an Australian brand?
Nah, it's
Nah.
American.
Yeah, because I remember that was the sick. Like, if you ask anybody of our age, like, what was your first board? What was your first skateboard?
Actually, I think I had like a Kmart board, but my first real board was a hardcore board, which is like an
Oh.
Australian.
That's
Company.
Koala. Was that back then? Who made that?
It was like the brand was hardcore, but it might have been through Koala or
Yeah.
whatever it was back then.
My
If you're an
first,
Australian skateboarder, you'd know that brand. That was huge.
and if you don't,
Then you're too young.
maybe- my first board was a blind. I had a
Oh,
blind
nice.
board. Yeah, I fucking loved it. I saved up so much, got it, and it was just like you bought it for the picture then, and then yeah, it was sick. I love that thing. I'd grind it. You'd only get a board a year, so you'd add.
How long into the piece until you got a Bam Margera board?
I never got one.
Really?
No, I never did.
Damn.
No, I never did. Where did I went? I had 2 blind boards at the start. Like I had 2. There were my boards that I had, and then I got into flip.
Sick.
And then it was like flip. And then I think I had Baker. And then it was just whatever you can get on after that. You didn't really care. Like, that's how you know you're really going.
Yeah.
But you didn't care what you had.
I think my next board after the hardcore board was a black and yellow striped Zero board. And that was the coolest thing I ever owned. It was so sick.
Some of these brands that were the sickest back then, like, you don't see them. Like Zero, they're not around anymore, are they?
No, they are.
Are they?
Yeah. They're just like not as big as what they once were.
And like blinds coming back. Like, yeah, it's all, mate, glory days.
Yeah.
Speaking of, like, this is where all my fucking blind board absolutely getting shot into the sky here. Just absolutely getting
In
shot.
this spot right here. Just
Yeah,
like
that's
throwing
it.
into
We're in where the old
pit.
foam pit was.
Yeah.
I thought I broke my back once in the foam pit.
Crikey.
Had a bit of kerneled foam. Just a spray painted
Oh.
rock.
Mark's ripping.
Mate, fuck.
What, there was a rock in the foam pit?
No, it was just a bit hard foam.
Oh, really?
Stale
Imagine
foam.
how many like iPhones and like cash and ciggy butts were in the bottom of those foam pits when they pulled it out.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? We had the chain wallet back then.
Yeah, the what? Chain wallet. Yeah, so convenient.
Chain wallet?
Duh.
I would chain everything.
I want to get a chain wallet again.
Do it again. I know a guy that's got one. A guy that's not Al. He's got nowhere to put it. But yeah,
Is he off the chain?
Smiz is a fiend for the chain wallet.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of Smiz, what's the go with Couch Coward's Halloween special? Are we going to see one?
Nah, because that old boy's over in Queensland. He's filmed some spooky stuff. He filmed some cool stuff at the Suicide Forest the other day.
What, in Queensland?
No, in Japan.
Oh, he's in Japan as well.
Yeah, he was in Japan. He just hit Queensland then.
Wow.
We're back.
So tell me about the ghost that used to live in your house.
Oh, fuck. All right.
So Billy used to live in Devon Meadows and he had a portable building that was haunted.
Little bungalow. So, spooky boy and all that, but So, like, I don't believe in ghosts, but, like, I like the idea of a ghost. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, there's a lot more stuff before it's ghost in my mind. But anyway, so at this moment in my life, I was kind of, like, being a rad dog, kind of like living near a vert drop-in ramp 24/7. That's
Yeah.
how my life was.
On edge.
On edge.
Yeah.
I was on edge. Anyway, so I had someone stay and they were sleeping in my bed and they're like, oh, it's a bit fucking weird in here. The taps keep turning on and shit like that. I'm like, hey. She's like, do you think it's a ghost? I'm like, nah. Nah. But then it started happening to me, like the taps and shit would turn on and like I'd have to get up and go turn them off. It was a bit fucking weird.
Is this like only at nighttime?
All times of the day. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, like this
So
is
it's a daytime ghost. I didn't know
This
if
is a bungalow, and like so it's not big.
Yeah.
It's like fucking not much more bigger than this fucking ramp that we're on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I would doors would slam, but there'd be no doors open or shut.
Yeah.
Like the noise I would.
You
Pardon
okay?
me. I'm getting possessed.
Haunted.
Yeah, I had a ghost burp. But like these doors would slam, and then like my brother was in there once, and I'm telling him, I'm like, dude, doors slam, but there's no fucking doors open or shut. Like you don't see the door, you just hear the door. He's like, bullshit. So we're sitting there and it slammed. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, you heard the noise, yeah? He's like, yeah, it's a fucking tiny house. And then he's sitting there, we're all quiet. He's like, yeah. And then the front door just slowly opens. And
What,
then-
in front of you?
Yeah, Max just fucking legged it.
Oh
He's
my
like-
God.
I'm like, man, I'm telling you, something fucking weird in here. Anyway, one night we were I was sleeping and then the bed was shaking. Like the full
Yeah, it
bed was
wasn't
like
you.
it wasn't me. I was just by myself and I'm like, what's going on here? And I stood up. I thought it was an earth tremor.
Yeah.
I stood up and I got out of bed and the bed's still shaking. I put my hand on the ground and the bed's still shaking. I'm like,
Was the ground shaking?
no, well, but then I'm like, no, nothing else was shaking. It was just the bed. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm sleeping in a vibrating bed. I can wait this out. And I just got back in, and like I was like burning my hair because like people like burn sage in there. I'm like, what's the opposite of sage? I'm like, my hair, I guess. So I'd get like my brush and then like burn my hair and like some weird shit happened. But I think the scariest thing was I was in there one night. So this is like the worst story that happened there. I was sleeping. So, like, the bungalow was on my parents' house, but it was, like, at the back. So, like, I lived on 5 acres, so I was, like, miles away. My little brother was staying in Canada, and I was sleeping in his bed because they had Wi-Fi in there. I didn't have Wi-Fi there. I was saying, I was living rogue. I was, doing all sorts of...
You're off-grid, brother.
I was off-grid. I was doing, you've only got your mind out there. Anyway, so I was going inside and playing on my phone and stuff like that. And my mum would keep coming into his room, and I'm like, what are you doing, sniffing his jocks, you freak? And she's like, you got to stop coming in. I go, you got to stop coming in.'s not home. He's gone for 6 months. Get over it. I'm here now. Anyway, so his trip was coming to an end, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I better start sleeping in my own bed.
Yeah.
Internet or no internet. So I was out there, and then I was sleeping, and then the door opens, and there was something standing in the door going, eerie, like that, like making this weird noise. I'm like, fuck off, Mum. Fuck off. And then it walked out. And I'm like, hang on. My mum wouldn't come out here. Like there's no chance. She would have called me because it's that far away.
Yeah.
Like, you have to walk so far. It was in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m. So I go out, and, like, there's just shit just scattered in my hallway, in my room. Like, it was it was just like papers and shit just all turned about. And then, like, I'm like, what the fuck happened here? So it's either it was a ghost or
you've been rolled.
Or someone's come in.
Or a cow's got in.
It's both scary.
Yeah.
It's still scary. I'm like, fuck, whatever. Then not long after that, I found cards, like when I was cleaning up all this shit, there was like birthday cards that were like in the cupboard from the previous owner.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember the name. I should have taken a photo of it. I was, like I said, living fast and loose. But then there was this one time, the last thing that fucking happened, like, lights would dim all the time, but I always just blame that on me and my mate wiring it up.
Yeah.
Like, it's a power surge, and, like, Dad's was running a shanty town back there at the time. But,
So, didn't you guys get rid of the ghost?
well, I got
Allegedly.
one of my girlfriends at the time, she reckons that she seen an old lady, which didn't tell me about it till later on, which I kind of, that might be a little bit of, caca, sorry, but who knows? She did a smudge stick or something and it went away. But
Dude, I remember her saying, like, she said, all you have to do is do a sage stick, and then you're just like, oh, can you please go away, ghost? And it
Yeah.
you got to ask it nicely, and it goes
that's
away.
it. Just be polite
Alex
with
is
these
shaking his
guys.
head like, fuck no.
Ghosts hate rosemary.
Rosemary
I think that's what it is.
or garlic, or is that vampires?
Looks like a big fat doobie.
No, well, that's what a sage stick is. No,
Oh.
they're sage, of course.
When I was,
It's in the title.
when I was
No
doing
shit.
stuff, when we did a Ouija board on Couch Cowards, right?
Yeah.
And so we went into Ishka, which is like a what would you say? It's like a
It's a candle store.
candle store. Yeah, it's hippy dippy. Get your tarot cards, just get your gems. Like gems are us.
Yeah.
It's for woo woo people. Anyway, we were in there to get the sage because our girlfriends at the time were like, if you fucking do a Ouija board, you have to sage the house. Like, they were so mad at us for even thinking of doing it. I'm like, fuck it, whatever, dude. Spin the wheel. Let's go.
Yeah,
like, let's get
Russian roulette,
famous.
Come on.
Anyway, we went into Ishka, me and Smears, and they're like, we always plug it, always be plugging, telling everybody about the pod. Go, this is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're not buying this because we're losers. We're actually going to go talk to the underworld. And they're like, oh, you can't go into certain places if you do that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, if you do a Ouija board, you can't go into certain places after it. I'm like, and they're like, certain places. I'm like, how would they know? I'm like, we only want to know so we can go test it out.
Yeah, yeah.
The only place I haven't been let into was a club because I said it was shit when I was walking past, and they're like, no, you're too drunk. I'm like, I said it was shit, brother. I didn't want to come in.
Are they referring to heaven?
Maybe. Oh.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's the only thing I can
Press the
think of.
spooky button.
Hopefully it's this one. Nope.
It could be heaven.
You said the H word.
But like the last spooky thing that happened in that house. This is the only one that I thought was weird. I was sitting in the room and I had my hand on the ground and then I lifted it up and it looked like my handprint was on the carpet, but big long fingers. And I couldn't create it. I couldn't recreate it. And I was like, "Fuck, dude, have a look at this." I went and got the person that was there at the time, and I'm like, "Have a look at this." And they're like, "Yeah, that's weird." Then they left. And then I'm like, try to recreate it, and I just couldn't. And then it went away. But that was the last of it. That was the last spooky kind of shit that happened there.
Crikey.
But then I'm still on the fence. Like it's, yeah, I guess. But like, I don't know. There's still, it'll all be explained. Like there was a burglar there. Like, one of the actual scariest thing though that ever happened in that house. This is good for Halloween. So I was in the house and I was having a massive shit, just like cutting one off. And my girlfriend at the time was like, "How are you doing that?" I'm like, "Doing what?" And Max was there too. He's like, "The knocking." I'm like, "I'm not knocking." And there's this like, I'm like, "Where the fuck is that?" And the noise was like, in the kitchen. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, all right, now this is freaking me out. They're like, "What? How are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm not fucking doing it. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared." So they're like, it's someone in the house. It's someone like outside banging on the thing. Like I waited, I tracked the noise down. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, "All right, guys, come out. We're going to go see what's knocking." So I go to the back of the house and then, like, because it sounded like footsteps kind of thing. Because like the floor was moving. Like it felt like someone was walking. And then there was like a knock and it was like this. Then it just sounded like it was walking. And I'm like, fuck, what's going on? So there must be something under the house. So I go under the house, right? And I shine this torch and I just see these two fucking eyes of my goat that has gotten caught under this black goat named Siggy Butt Brain because he ate my ashtray. And I did see these two little demon eyes because goats have demon eyes.
They do.
And I'm like, his horns were stuck under the fucking H-beam. So I had to get under there and go, "Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. As soon as you're free, don't hurt me." I go, "I'm helping you here, bud."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Ree, ree." I'm like, "Don't." Got him out, and then as I'm pulling him out, he fucking rammed the shit out of me. And then just into the night. Old Siggy Butt Brain, but yeah. That was spooky too.
It's not really spooky, but Billy, when he lived in Devon Meadows, more or less lived on a small farm. And he had a cockatoo. And a cockatoo is like an Australian bird, iconic. But he had a pet one in a cage. Tell him the story about the confusion of the bird.
Oh, man. There was...
What was his name again?
There was Cecil, and then there was Cecil, and then I had one called Floyd, and he flew away. They left the cage open when I was overseas, and it was really sad.
Oh, that is horrible.
And then so Alex's girlfriend sent me a text once and was like, is this Floyd, right? And it was on a fence, and because Floyd had a ring, and I'm gonna message her. I'm like, "I'm gonna be honest. It's a cockatoo. I can't tell the difference." Like if you had two, the only way you can tell the difference is if you go. Okay, if I see it, I'll be able to know just from it's like how it talks, and if it like Floyd used to hiss at me all the time.
Yeah.
Like he'd stand on me and go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, anyway, so I go over to this house, and this lady's like, "Oh, it's on the fence. Can you get it?" And I'm like, yeah. I went over to it. It's like, "Hello," and it's like real friendly. So anyway, so I took it to the okay, it's not my bird. Like my one couldn't say that. So I took it to the shelter, and then I'm like, if no one wants him, I would love to have him. Oh, you can't tell. You have to get a test. So I didn't know if it was a him or a her. So I just called it Trent. It was Trent for the longest time. But anyway.
But he also Cecil also loves gangster rap.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that was
Fuck, he can't even keep up with it.
Yeah, the birds, keep it up. That was Trent. Trent loved music.
Trent.
The best one, Cecil, like I'd take girls home when I was living in Devon Meadows, and you'd be walking in and he'd just be in the dark going, "Hello."
That's so creepy.
It like freak people out. I go, "Oh, that's just Cecil. Don't worry about him. He's a sex pest." But yeah, no, I love birds. I'm a bird boy.
You're a bird boy.
Bird boy. Tony Hawk, favorite skater. He's a bird.
Yeah.
But Dill, do you have to shoot off?
Well, Bill, I think I need to go do some mountain boarding, but you should go interview some of these larrikins that are getting around.
Yeah, mate. I might go give my $2 at the canteen.
Can you get some people interviewed like at the very top of that ramp before they drop in?
Death trap.
Yeah, I'll get some footage of it. You coming up there, Dill?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
Here's an interview. Here's Billy's interviews.
here's me hitting the streets.
Street talk with Billy Bell at the skate park.
Street talk.
Street section. Street
Street
section talk with Billy Bell.
clear.
And maybe Dylan.
Edit that in post. Dill
Allegedly.
might be there.
Yeah.
Don't come if you think Dill's 100% going to be there because he might not.
But he probably will.
He could be.
All right, here it is.
50%
now.
chance of
3,
Dill.
2, 1. Action.
This is a game. Give me the boat. To be or not to be? That will be the question I'll be asking these kids on the street section. So, what do you come as, a dodgy plumber or what?
Like, this is my work get up, man.
What do you do to wear dickies?
Look, I normally go around to people's mum's house and give it a good thing.
You're doing God's work, mate. So, what got you into mountain boarding?
Oh, mate. I was 13 when I started mountain boarding. I've been mountain boarding for nearly 25 years.
Fuck, was he a hero of yours? The guy over there?
Dill,
Dill.
I taught him.
Oh, he knows a lot. All right, cool. Been asking this question. So, how many? Do you reckon there's more mountain boarders in the world or Saw movies
Oh, what?
with these adoring fans? Oh, please go get a photo with Dill. They always want a photo with Dill, but never Bill. It's always Dill, never Bill. Hey, guys, Zoe, what do you come dressed as?
A bat.
A bat? All right, what do you think's more scary, Dracula or the housing crisis?
Dracula.
I would tend to agree. Thank you so much for your interview. You were one of the best dressed tonight. Who won?
Guy now dropping his head.
He looks like 10.
Yeah, he's fucking cheating. I reckon he's only 29.
Yeah, do you reckon he passed the piss test?
No chance of passing the piss test.
Burn the cup, I
Too
reckon.
much juice for sure.
There's people will walk past the shop and they're like, he's on steroids, he'll piss high.
Yeah, sorry.
They go, hey, what do you come as?
Captain Ahab.
Oh, Captain Ahab. I thought you looked like on a save. I thought that's what we were seeing from down there.
Abraham Lincoln a couple of times.
It's Captain Ahab. That's Moby Dick. Moby Dick.
That's pirates.
Fuck, that was good.
Wow.
That guy was very funny. All
Very
right.
insightful questions.
But guys, thanks for joining us at the shed. Are we gonna have more people come up here, Dale? I think we're done here. I think we're done for potting, portable potting.
Portable potting. Do you guys like this style of episode of us on the road, or would you prefer us in the shipping container? We are going back to the shipping container next week for a normal episode, which will be great.
But like,
to
if
get
you've
back.
got a fun place for us to do a pod, we will happily come there. Your nan's birthday, fucking, you're getting circumcised, whatever.
We'd love to do a circumcision pod.
We would,
Just give us one PowerPoint, that's all we ask.
yeah, that's it.
Alex
One
wants
PowerPoint.
And we got the power board. But also, on the topic of Halloween, I'm really curious to know if you guys have had anything crazy happen, any spiritual stories.
Oh, please write in, and we'll.
Please write in. Alex
Well-
will put that on the screen right now, how you can do that. Kiefer is about to jump off the top. Alex, get the camera. Point it this way.
Oh, that is insane.
He's about to
Up
jump
there,
off
up
the...
there.
Oh, my God.
Did you see that?
He just jumped off a pylon into the vert ramp. When we were recording before, I saw him do a 900.
Really?
Yeah. Just banging him out like Tony Hawk once did.
This is insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Climbed, and no one stopped him.
All right, guys, this has been the Dylan Bill podcast. We will be
Yeah.
back to the normal
We're getting
set
horribly
next
distracted.
week.
Guys,
We're going to go have some fun, but we love you very much. Keep doing amazing stuff. And here's an inspirational quote from Billy. 3, 2, 1.
pressure breaks pipes and makes diamonds. Be a diamond. See you next week.
Bye. Love yous.
You actually made it to the end. That's either dedication or desperation. But hey, since you're here, hit subscribe on YouTube and toss a 5-star review on Spotify. Not because they've earned it, but it will help trick Spotify into thinking this is worth listening to. Who knows? Next time, they might even make sense. Maybe.